So I wanted to talk about minimalistic lifestyle. We recently went through Hurricane Michael. Luckily, we didn't have any property damage or anything like that. However, we were without electricity for almost, I'd say it was like 4 days. It was close to a week, but I know for a fact it was at least 4 days. And during that time, I realized that that was probably the happiest time in my adult life, um, because I was spending more time like with my kids. We were going out. We were foraging for food. Um, the areas around us didn't have electricity either, so we were having to walk ridiculous, you know, miles to just get to where we could try to charge a cell phone, maybe get some groceries. But the kids, believe it or not, they enjoyed it as well. Um, uh, and since then, we've sold. We had an Xbox One, we had TV. We've kind of let those material things go because we realized they weren't making us happy. Like, we were just tuned out little drones sitting there in front of a box. Um, the only reason I really keep up with my cell phone is I do have kids, so I do have to, be notified if there's an emergency. Also, it allows me to go on YouTube and look up helpful things on spiritual growth and, connecting with the spiritual community. Um, but that's the only reason I really keep up with the cell phone. I don't have Facebook anymore. I think that's just a shit show. Nothing but drama. Every once in a while you might see, some actual positive thing on there. But I'm not into the chain letters, if you believe in God, say so. Like, no. If you believe in God, just know that you do. I mean, I don't. It's not a popularity contest. Personally, I don't believe in the same kind of God that most of the people here in Alabama believe in. There are, exceptions. Some people do believe the way I do here, but it's very few. We don't have a large community where I'm at. But anyways, so the minimalistic lifestyle that we have decided to embrace, it's made us stronger as a family. We've realized that we don't need as much as we actually thought we did, because, who needs like 50 pairs of jeans? Like, that's ridiculous. Like, there's only 7 days in a week. um, it's functional for one because you're not doing near as much laundry, and for us, we walk everywhere, so toting that much laundry back and forth, to the places we go to do laundry, it can get tiresome. Also, too, like I was talking about the TV, that takes time away from your family, that takes time away from your kids. They get to experience more of, the parental bonding that they should have, when we let go of those things. Now, we haven't completely restricted them. They have a TV that they can watch in their room if they want to, but even they would rather sit down and read a book or, try to, have family time, than be on the TV all the time. Now, there are times, though, when, it gets a little excessive with them and we have to be like, okay, you got tune down on the tune time. But for the most part, they're great kids, and we're teaching them that, things can happen. Life can change in an instant, and you have to be prepared for those kind of changes. So we're trying to instill in them that you don't want to rely on materialistic things. That's not where you need to put all your faith in. Just being a happier, more whole person, knowing where you're at spiritually, that's really what we're focusing on. And for me, it's helped tremendously. Recently, I was in a downward spiral, though. where I was very negative, I was very aggressive. I didn't know how to cope with the awakening that I felt was taking place in my life. Um, but luckily, that's kind of like eased down a little bit. And I think, like I said in one of my last videos, it was because I was trying to chase it. But I've kind of just backed off and, am taking it day by day, moment by moment, and, seeing how everything plays out. It's kind of awesome because my grandmother, she's coming over to my way of thinking, and we're kind of connecting more than we ever have in my entire life, on a spiritual mindset. And I think that's really cool. I just found out today that she's always wanted to live in a commune ever since the 60s. This is something I didn't know, but then again, it's probably been something she didn't want to share, because every time she's shared anything like that, she's met with criticism or, negative looks. But I'm glad she felt comfortable to share that with me. And definitely a commune is probably in our future. Me and my fiance, we have to, work out logistics and, make sure our relationship is rock solid, of course, first, because in a commune, there's a lot of things that can go down, with couples, and, because it's such a free, loving environment, and everybody just wants to share the love, I guess. But so we have to make sure we're in a comfortable spot before we take that leap. But I definitely think a space where, everyone is into the minimalist life. You live off the land. You use the energy that's around, and you share what you have with others. And I think that's the best way that you can spend your time in this 3D world. Um, but anyways, if any of you guys have any suggestions on how to bounce back after you've been in such a funk or like a downward spiral, what helped you, come back up to that comfortable level. It might help some of us, me, the next time we're questioning, what we're doing here. Why are we living this way? But anyways, just leave it in the comments, and I'll definitely get back to y'all, make more videos. Appreciate all the ones that have liked and subscribed so far. Anyways, y'all have a great night.